two superpowers emerged at the end of the Second World War, the United States and the Soviet Union. The world knew that the United States already had atomic weapons. On August 29, 1949, the Soviets revealed theirs. The main event of 1949 would shake the Western world and threaten civilization. The Soviets had tested an atomic bomb, and the nuclear arms race had begun. The Soviet nuclear program began in the 1940s. Starting outside Moscow, the project moved to the village of Sarov, a place that would disappear from the maps for the next 45 years. Espionage fueled the speed of the project. Atomic spies gathered intelligence from inside the American Manhattan Project that had developed the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Uranium to power the reactor was confiscated from Germany until domestic sources were obtained. The focus of the Soviet program was to test the bomb as soon as possible. The plutonium bomb, which was called First Lightning by the Soviets and codenamed Joe-1 in the West, announced itself to the world on August 29, 1949, when it was detonated in Kazakhstan. A few weeks later, a specially equipped US weather plane flying off the coast of Siberia collected radioactive debris suggesting a recent atomic explosion. US President Truman was slow to accept the news. In a carefully worded statement, he informed the American people that the Soviets had exploded a nuclear bomb. Most American thinkers had predicted that the USSR would not have nuclear weapons until the mid-1950s. The atomic test caused a panic in the US government and shocked people all over the world. Truman requested an intensive re-evaluation of America's Cold War policies by the National Security Council. The report, issued to the president in early 1950, called for a massive increase in military spending and a dramatic acceleration in the program to develop the next stage of nuclear weaponry, the all-powerful hydrogen bomb. More than 2 years passed between the first and second Soviet atomic tests. On the 24th of September 1951, Joe-2 was exploded. On November 2, 1952, the United States detonated the first hydrogen bomb in the Pacific. Those who witnessed it were stunned by the size of the blast. The cloud, when it had reached its furthest extent, was reported to be 160 kilometers wide and 40 kilometers high. It left a crater 1.5 kilometers wide and destroyed life on the surrounding islands. In 1953, the Soviets followed with an equally stunning hydrogen bomb blast. The Cold War was escalating. The arms race was surging on. In 1958, as a first step towards a test ban treaty, both the US and Soviet Union temporarily suspended nuclear testing. This informal moratorium lasted only 2 years. The resumption of nuclear testing by both nations produced immense environmental damage, including radioactive fallout. Public concern about fallout and the ongoing threat of nuclear holocaust led to the signing of the Limited Test Ban Treaty in 1963. A trilateral agreement between the Americans, the Soviets and the British, it halted atmospheric, underwater and outer space nuclear tests. The dangers that had been unleashed by the main event of 1949 were finally being reined in.